Welcome back, welcome back. I realized in the last video, you guys didn't really get to say hello to the crew when we let them back south into the southern paddocks. The replacement heifers, first and second calvers. Hey babies! There's our Peanut, middle of the screen. She's Mama, are you feeding the wrong twin? Yes, you are. You're feeding... No, that's not Mama. That's Radar. Hey, babies. Hey, girlies. Hi, Peanutters. How you doing? Yeah. There's Deadpool for you guys. Pulley. Considering Pulley and Panda Girl lost her mama. Yeah, I know, very sad. I'm doing very good. Good chunkified. Hey, Padme. Oh, that's why, because he goes and steals off of Nellie. Hey, Padme. Hey, sweet girl. So, she is on a short list. She's a runner-up, actually. She's not on the short list. She's on the runner-up list for heifer keeps. So is she. That's Baru. Hey, Chancer. We've got something special in store for you this fall. Well, this winter, actually. But that will be talked about in a later video. What happens to our Chancer here. Yeah, there's gonna be something special for you when we get to the end of the season. He is a steer, so we're not keeping him as a bull. I need to give you a spray down though. And you are a cantankerous creature, kind of like your namesake, isn't that right, Chance? Headstrong. Bet your mum would agree with that. Radar, you do realize your daughter is not drinking. Somebody else's daughter is drinking. Oh, girls, you're just too nice. You're a creature. Hey? Oh, no. Chancer. Hey, girls. Hey, bird. Hi, Mama. Okay. Oh, twins. You lost one of your tags there, Mama. This is our Mama that she's been. This is her second year of being in this pen because she always keeps having twins. Hi, boppers. How are you doing? You got to be kind of famous too. Our little bottle baby. Yeah, she's the one that she never got to have a mama. Her mama never took her at all. And according to Christina, Bebop's going to be sticking around. So I think all the Hereford fans will be glad of that. Hey? You doing, me girl? Tina, me and her have an estranged relationship. Wasn't my choice to keep that one, but anyway. And that's Edwina, another long shot. And then we have, this is the one that had the frozen hocks. See, they're almost healed up completely, and her walk is actually pretty good, but yeah, she also lost half her tail. Hey, sweet girl. That's Etta May's daughter. Cheapers. She just goes from one mother to another. There's Butterball. That's the one that was attacked by the hybrids. That's why she has no tail and scars on her chooch. Because she got mauled quite bad. Yeah, you guys need sprayed. Boppers. Where is Etta May? This must be her up here. Gotta watch for mole holes up here on this hill. Hey, Etta. Hey, sweet girl. Yeah, you need a good spray down. That's Quinn, and that's Astro, our two Herefords. Hey, Mama, I know. I'll get you guys a spray later. Hey, Quinny. Hi, Astro. So Astro hasn't had a calf yet, so she's pretty weird. And that's Candy, so no, they're good. Weirdly, they're not going down the back road to where all that long grass is. So I'll leave them be. Anyway, off about the day. The girls are sure loving today. Went from yesterday where the air felt like 38 degrees. Right now they say it's 18, feels like 13 degrees. So there you go, 26 degrees difference. It's crazy weather. Almost done raking up whatever will be good enough to bale up. There is kind of a chance of rain on Thursday, so I'm just raking up all the light stuff and then we can come back and take the heavy stuff off. Ironically, exactly the same as we did to the first cut. Wherever like there's low spots where it's heavy, I'm just skipping over it. Because I know it won't cure up by tomorrow. And you can see there where I'm just skipping over it. Yeah. So I'll come back and do that once that's passed. Get on with it. Happy hump day. So there is some decent stuff here. Some bare spots. Not completely bare, but. So yeah, Wednesday. So they've upped their chance of rain tomorrow morning to 80%. So I'm okay with that. And that's the thing is, I'm gonna bale up whatever is the. I'm only raking the light stuff. Like you've seen me in previous videos where I'll rake up to the bottom part where it's sitting heavy, and then I'll pick the rake up over it. So I'll leave the heavier swaths behind, and then that way once the rain has passed we can flip it to dry it out. Because right now I don't care about number one hay. I've got enough of number one hay. I need quantity of like a number two or an intermediate. So that's why I'm doing this. A lot of people would be like, well, why would you rake up just those bits and leave this? Just leave the whole field. Well, I'm raking up this stuff because I don't want the rain to pound it into the ground, and then it will be harder to pick it up. Plus, once it's been that's the problem I have. The two sides drop down at different levels. I've got to drop a gear because I can't climb this hill in top gear. Because if I have to leave this whole field and then come back once it's all dried out and rake it, I'll lose all what leaf there is on this lighter stuff. Whereas it is pretty well ready right now to rake and bale. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rake and bale the light stuff and then come back at a later date. I know it's like double dipping, but it's not that much extra work. But at least that way I'm keeping the quality of what I've got in front of me. But the other side of it is I also want to get as much cut as I can as possible before this rain. And then that way, with it being only, what is it, the 3rd of September, by the end of September we might still have another bit of, you know, all the heavy spots to cut again. So fingers crossed, we might get a bit of a third cut on top of whatever we're getting here. That's the crappy part. Like that field there is almost ready to bale, but not quite. Another couple of days of warm temperature would have seen that baled up. but it is what it is. So I'm gonna keep going. We'll bring you back in the baler. Not quite ready. See the girls doing the trek back and forward. Like I said, that's why I'm not giving them access to the water trough up there. I want them to walk down here. I want them to spend some time down here. They might take a nibble on some of the grass on the way up and down. So yeah, making some bales, leaving some stuff behind like that stuff that's still green. But the rest of it's baling up. Pretty good order. The one thing I did have to change was I had to make sure that the guide wheels were adjusted up. So I've got the pickup teeth just about touching the ground. Because this stuff is so light. So I'm not leaving anything behind, but I'm also not flicking up stones, which is big. I don't need to be losing the back window. Anyway, I'm gonna keep rocking on because there's more in the other field all raked up, ready to go. So it's good colored stuff. Nice. So the problem with doing baling stuff like this up is you end up with bales like that. You weave as much as you can to try and get stuff in the middle, but you still end up with a sort of an hourglass shape. But it is what it is. So two more rows, and then actually I'm going to go this way. There we go. And two more rows, and then that's me baled up all the raked stuff for this rain that's coming. Like I said, I'm not feeling bad about this in any way. We need the rain. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't know if somebody gifts you a horse, you're not meant to gauge its teeth or something. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, I am going to get this wrapped up. It's almost supper time. Yeah, it's pretty sparse for making bales in this stuff, but it's better than nothing. Like I was telling somebody, what I'm baling up here right now on second cut is what people were baling up on their first cut. And now this paddock here wasn't much better than the first cut. I'll be honest about that. But it does get better when you get over there, so